I chose to take the staples out of the box and open it up. So there's a lot of staples, definitely. But it's easier to get it out of the box that way. And it's pretty heavy. It's like 160 pounds. So it's best if you kind of pull things out one at a time and loosen it up. I think the box itself is about 100 pounds on its own, maybe a little bit more, 120 pounds. So it's a little unwieldy if you keep it all together, for sure. And in my case, I needed it to put it around back in the lower level of my deck, and the only way I was going to move it is if I got all the stuff out from inside it. But I finally got that done, and I had a furniture cart that really was really easy to facilitate the movement of it to my backyard. You can see I strapped it to the cart, rolled it around. So here I am getting ready to start to put it together. The first thing I'll do is put the legs on so it's upside down. I've got it sitting upside down on a piece of cardboard so it won't get scratched. Pulled out all the legs, made sure I understood where they all go. They're marked pretty well, left front, right front, left rear, right rear, of course. My dog was helping me too, you can see. It's simple. All you need really is a Phillips head screwdriver. Not difficult at all to put together, but worth reading every one of the instructions because there's some cautions along the way and some things you have to put on a certain way to make sure that the following guidelines work. After I get the legs on, and they go on pretty easily actually, 3 screws I think for each one of them, I end up putting the support bar on. That wasn't too difficult. So you tighten up the panel, the front panel, and connect it to the leg. That gives it some strength. Then there's 2 side panels you put on first, again giving it additional strength on those legs. And then there is a rear support bar that I put in as well. And again, fairly easy, 1 or 2 screws for each one. They're already pre-threaded machine screws, so it really does go together easy. So after I get that support bar in, the next thing you do is mount the grease exhaust tube. It's just a little tube that lets the grease drop down into the grease pan. So that's pretty easy to do too, just a couple screws to that, but it has to be tightened down so you don't have grease all over everything, so you make sure you got a good fit. And then there is a heat shield that goes in to keep the heat from frying the electrical workings in the front panel. So I put that in. Then there's a power cord reel on the side, which I'm putting on right now, and then you wrap the power cord around it. That keeps it out of the way. And then I secure the grease tray brackets in place, and I also put together it's kind of a heat shield around the electronics again, to protect the electronics from being subjected to the heat. And so all that went together pretty well. And then flip it back upside down, or right side up I guess in this case, and now you're ready to really place the grease tray in place, which I did, and then attach the hopper clean out knob on the back and the railing bracket on the back to wheel it around, the back handle. Then I put the chimney on, and that allows you to adjust the air exiting, and then there's a little stop to keep the lid from the pellet bin from knocking into the chimney. And then there's a latch that you assemble to make sure that the door, I slip the door back on, and it just goes on with two, the hinges are really easy, and then put the door latch on, and then you assemble each one of the indoor cooking, inside cooking components, and slide the trays in, and that box is a heat shield for the fire pit. Slide all your trays in, and really you're done. The next step is to follow the directions to do the initial burn-in, and then you're ready to cook from that point. So follow the directions for the initial burn-in first. That just gets all the impurities and things inside out of there. It's about an hour. It takes about an hour to do that initial burn-in. But that's it, really. So I snapped a few pictures. Here they are.